So everybody who's been following Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury ever since that first fight, the rematch, and the aftermath of the rematch, I'm pretty sure they heard that PBC podcast interview that Deontay Wilder had. I'm not sure when it came out, but I personally heard it yesterday. And I made a video about basically what Deontay Wilder said in that interview, you know what I mean? And basically, it was the first time he really did a public interview ever since his the loss to Tyson Fury on February 22nd. You know what I'm saying? So, if you need any background or catch up on what Deontay Wilder said, I'll read the comments again. Not entirely everything, but basically the gist of what Deontay Wilder said on that PBC podcast. Deontay Wilder said, quote, Tyson Fury knows that wasn't me. I know that wasn't me. Everyone in boxing know that wasn't me. The real Deontay Wilder. I don't see Fury as a champion. He isn't a champion yet. We got one fight left. End quote. So that's basically what Deontay Wilder was saying. He expounded more on why he doesn't think that Tyson Fury is a champion. I personally didn't agree with his statement, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, only one man is holding that WBC belt. And it's no longer Deontay Wilder. It's Tyson Fury. And he didn't do it in a, you know, he didn't get the title because Deontay Wilder vacated it because he was avoiding a mandatory or something, or he got stripped of the title for not defending it. No, he got beat in the ring for the world title. You know what I mean? So that's the reality of what happened. And like I said, I'm not sure what kind of space Deontay Wilder's in, but I personally don't like that type of mind state going in to the third fight. As far as look, I said it in the previous video. He can believe that and he can actually use that as motivation. But to publicly come out and say that he doesn't think Tyson Fury's the real champion, then to me it also looks like he might be in denial. You know what I mean? So there's only one thing to do basically. There's only one thing for Deontay Wilder to do. If he doesn't think this guy Tyson Fury is the champion, then he has no alternative, no options other than to go get his belt back by any means necessary, and anything less than him raising his arms and holding that green belt again, as well as more trinkets involved like the Ring Magazine heavyweight title and the lineal status. And if Deontay Wilder doesn't do either of these things, then he's just blowing hot air, you know what I mean? And he's definitely in denial, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it from my perspective. Like I said, it's all good to think that deep down inside and to use that as motivation to say, dude's not the champ. Man, I'm still the champ. Whatever happened to me, it wasn't me. You don't got to tell anybody else besides yourself that. If you think that's gonna motivate you, you know what I mean, to get your world title back. You check it. So that's where I left it as, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I gathered from the information that I read and heard from Deontay Wilder's PBC interview, you know what I mean? So Tyson Fury made sure, I'm sure he heard the podcast as well. Everybody got time, you know what I mean? I mean, for the most part, everybody's quarantined in the crib. And I know Tyson Fury is because I be seeing the videos with his wife, doing jumping jacks and basically trying to keep fit in the house, you know what I'm saying? So Tyson Fury, I was pretty sure when he finished doing his workout with his wife, he sat down, probably had him some breakfast, probably some bacon and eggs and potatoes. And I'm sure he listened to the podcast and his reaction or how he responded to Deontay Wilder's claim that Tyson Fury's not the champion. These are Tyson Fury's words. He went on Instagram to display what he thinks about what Deontay Wilder was saying. And Tyson Fury took to Instagram and said, quote, keep letting yourself down at Bronze Bomber. It's sad. It was you I smashed. That's the truth. Just admit it and move on. It's just a fight. You win some, you lose some. That's boxing, pal. End quote. Nothing malicious. Nothing like how the man be going in. Um, you know, like how he goes in on people personally. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Nah, this guy right here, he just left it cool, calm, and collective. You know what I mean? You check it. So I gotta give the man Deontay Wilder. I'm sorry, I gotta give Tyson Fury props for how he handled that. Nothing more to it, nothing less. He let it be known exactly what he did to Deontay Wilder for the whole world to see on Instagram, and he left it at that. So Tyson Fury's co-promoter, Bob Arum, top rank. You know what I'm saying? Of top rank promotions. He also chimed in on Deontay Wilder's excuses. You know what I mean? And he said, "quote He's making excuses for his performance against Fury. I don't pay attention to that. I don't think anyone does. He got beaten. Maybe he can do better if he fights him again. I believe Fury exposed Wilder's weaknesses, which i which if you get on top of him and pressure him, then he can't retaliate with his one weapon, his right hand knockout punch. If you press him, and that's what Tyson practiced going into the fight, then you take away his right hand. Once you take away his right hand, he's not a good boxer and he's not a good technician. He he just has a right hand. If you take his right hand away, then you disarm him. It's as simple as that. It's like a guy that you're facing off with. If you take away the gun, then you can't beat the hell that then you can beat the hell out of him. I don't know where it's coming from. He's a proud athlete and he hasn't come to grips yet with with what happened in that fight. His right hand got taken away. End quote. Can he devise a strategy? Quote, can he devise a strategy where he's able to rearm himself with that fantastic right punch that he has? I don't believe so. I feel that Fury has found a key to beating Deontay Wilder by pressing him, throwing a lot of punches at him, and in effect, beat him up and disarm him. If you take away that right hand, Deontay Wilder is just an ordinary fighter. Yeah, I think it's a very intelligent response from Tyson. Tyson's a very intelligent guy. He understands boxing, he understands fighters. And his response to Wilder is right on. End quote. So that's Bob Arum's take and response to what the man Deontay Wilder said. And I have absolutely no problem with what the man said because at the end of the day, it's the truth. You know what I mean? What did I see in that fight? I saw Deontay Wilder moving on the back foot, being pressured, had his back against the ropes, had his hands up in the high guard, at times being attacked with a flurry of combinations and not throwing nothing back. You know what I'm saying? And when the ref broke him up, Deontay Wilder didn't have his guard up, and the very first punch that Tyson Fury clipped him with in round three put Deontay Wilder on the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder was telegraphing a lot of his punches like he did in the first fight, but in the second fight, it seemed like they were just bouncing off the man on Tyson Fury's head in the first two rounds with the few right hands that he actually did telegraph that partially landed. You know, the man Tyson Fury was also rolling with the punches and slipping punches and taking off that steam of Deontay Wilder's straight right hand. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder got kind of, revealed that he can, expose that his right hand when it's taken away. What other arsenal of tricks does he have? Deontay Wilder he tried to go to the body in the first round. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, I only gave Deontay Wilder round one. If Deontay Wilder was a savage body puncher, maybe he would open up more headshots. You know what I mean? But Deontay Wilder neglects the body. He's straight up a headhunter, and doesn't have a left hook to that extent. Left uppercuts or right uppercuts. He showed that he can do that against Luis Ortiz, And Luis Ortiz is not a bad fighter by any means. You know what I mean? The guy just didn't get opportunities. Partially his fault, of course, the PEDs before and also the high blood pressure medication. You know what I mean? You check it. So he could have probably gotten his opportunity earlier, but at the end of the day, not too many people were lining up to fight the man Luis Ortiz. It gave Wilder a difficult fight. In the second fight, Wilder was even losing every single minute, every single round up until he caught him. And still, people had criticism, you know what I mean? But when I see Ben talk about Rocky Marciano, yeah, losing almost every single round, getting schooled, getting washed, getting taken to boxing, given a boxing lesson by Jersey Joe Walcott. Yeah, then he clips the man in round 13. You know what I'm saying? I don't never hear nobody saying, "Oh my gosh, man, he's a garbage boxer, man. He's lucky and all that." Why? You know, last time I checked, when people come back from a miraculous comeback with a one-punch knockout, you know, they given big props and they actually, you know what I mean? It's actually credited as what a great win, a come from behind win, but not with Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? You know, I personally, when I saw that fight, I had my concerns. You know what I mean? And I had concerns of Deontay Wilder losing rounds like he has been and bailing himself out. And one day, that knockout KO punch, that straight right hand, might not present itself. And that's exactly what happened on February 22nd. So, you know, it's boxing, you know what I mean? Sure enough, man, the Crunk Gym, guys like Sugar Hill and the Emmanuel Stewart, they say they train for the knockout. I like that strategy, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, knockout sell. But then again, you know, Adonis Stevenson was also all about that life, man. I train for the knockout, Crunk Gym style, you know what I mean? You check it, but at the end of the day, what's going to happen? The game of the name of the sport is not called knockout. You know what I mean? The name of the sport is called boxing. You check it. So what's gonna happen when you can't knock out your opponent? You're gonna have to reveal more tools to the trade, more skills to your, uh, you know, reveal more of your skill set. You know what I mean? And I think Deontay Wilder has a lot of stuff to work on. Deontay Wilder said that he's gonna bring two more new people to the camp. Who will it be? I don't know. Maybe it might be a cut man to make work better on injuries that the man's could and has um, you know that have happened to Deontay Wilder as far as the last fight and that could happen in the future injuries. So they might bring a nice cut man. Maybe they might bring in another voice. Time will tell, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not too sure yet. So, you know, I think Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to still root for the American heavyweight former champ, no question about it, you know what I mean? And anybody could root for whomever they want. If you root for Tyson Fury, that's all well and fine. You know what I mean? It's boxing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to win. Somebody got to lose. We all can't root for the same person. You know what I mean? That's just the reality. Nothing against Tyson Fury whatsoever. I'm actually a fan of Tyson Fury, but I do know Tyson Fury is not the most squeaky clean guy that, you know, that sometimes he may try to present himself. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, he's been in PED scandals. He's been in glove scandals, you know what I mean? And, you know, once you get popped once for any transgression, you know what I mean? There's always room for people to raise up an eyebrow, you know what I'm saying? Or to watch you keenly to make sure you ain't doing nothing dubious again, you know what I mean? What the deal, E. Woodson? How you feeling, big man? Thanks for coming through, my G. E. Woodson, how you feeling? He's in the chat. He says, salute, fam. Glad I caught you live. My hours changed at work, so I'm only up now because I get off at 6 a.m. this morning. Ooh, so you get off at 6, so I'm pretty sure you probably gonna sleep for most of the morning, probably till lunchtime, right? You know what I'm saying? Working that night shift, man. I can dig it, you know, the night shift, man. What do we do during the night shift usually? We just sleeping, you know what I mean? So if you can make some paper and if you're safe out there, man, whatever you're doing, man, as far as working out to getting off till 6, I hope you're safe and I hope you stay, healthy during these pandemics, E. Woodson. Salute and thanks for coming through. Um, E. Woodson says, B. Marsh, salute. I root for boxing, but I can only honor true athletes. Absolutely, man. I root for boxing, and at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury was successful, and it still got people talking. You know what I mean? You check it out. I'm never one of those type of people to worry about so much pay-per-view revenue. All I know is that the impact of Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 2 was the biggest heavyweight event and was a success. Don't let nobody come and tell you it wasn't, because at the end of the day, it was a highest grossing heavyweight fight of all time in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? So when people try to say, "Oh, it wasn't a success," or they didn't even do a million, ask them people how much they got in their bank account before they worried about millionaires and what they making. Man, people be funny out here, man. Funny style. It was just says I watch movies. I watch movies all night. What do you mean? You watch movies at night? Let me find out. Yeah, man. So Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury has responded. And look, man, like I said, if Deontay Wilder don't think that man's a champion, that's all well and fine. All right, look, now if he's gonna say it in public, which I personally don't wouldn't advise him to say, you know what I mean? If he's gonna say that in public, there's only one thing to do: go get your belt back. Nothing else to it. Go get your belt back. Okay, what's it says? I work maintenance at a rich ass building in downtown Chicago. True indeed. All them skyscrapers in Chi-Town, you know what I mean? Sears Tower and all that. Out here in DC, man, we ain't got no skyscrapers like New York, Boston, Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? We don't got those skyscrapers. The tallest building in Washington D.C. is it's definitely the Washington Monument, but the tallest building on ground that's not a monument is the Capitol, Capitol Hill. You know what I mean? This is the District of Columbia. Ain't gonna be no skyscrapers looking over the White House. You know what I mean? That's gonna cause a security alert. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't no buildings taller than the Capitol, just for security measures. You know what I mean? In the nation's capital. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, man, we probably be under siege from terrorists. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. He Woodson says, but it's slow at night. I just watch movies. I feel you, man. Shit, you gotta kill time somehow, you know what I mean? I'd be watching movies. I'd be watching old boxing fights. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. But Tyson Fury, man, we shall see, man. What's Deontay Wilder's gonna do in the third fight? You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder, he signed, you know, he he took the rematch clause within a week. You know what I'm saying? With no hesitation. So it wasn't even a thought that Deontay Wilder's gonna be going back into this rematch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed. So big up to E. Woodson. Thanks for everybody who came through in the chat. Leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about Tyson Fury and Bob Arum responding to Deontay Wilder's claim that that wasn't him and he was a zombie, etc. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Big up to E. Woodson. Salute. Love fam. Real talk, my G. Big up, big up. I'm gone.